Hi guys, Prosperous here. You're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this is Inside Out with Prosper. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are old here, my G's Kilo and Shelley, what's up, what's popping, guys? So I promised you that I'm going to be consistent with this, and I'm not going to give up on us. Please pardon the background noise. My neighbor's dog is barking, one of our baby is crying, a lot of things, a lot of circumstances that don't want me to shoot this video, but I said no. I said I'm not going to give up on us, so I have to do this. So please bear with me. Thank you guys. So today is Friday and it's our normal life content, and I said I was going to treat a very sensitive topic that most persons are not talking about. So it took me a lot to do this, because I'm actually involved too. I'm also a victim. I'm actually involved, and I really want to do this to just encourage everyone in that same situation out there. So if you want to know what I want to talk about, please stay with me. Let's take a short break and we will be right back. Hey, this is my neighbor's children. God, I beg. Okay guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the short break. Yes, so what I want to talk about is a very sensitive issue. I want you to stay with me, because I'm very sure you have either one person or you've known one person that has either been a victim of this situation, of this condition, and I want you to lend and helping hand to that person. So I want you to stay to the end of this video, so you can make the world a better place for you and I. Yes, thank you. So what I want to talk about today is managing stammering and stammerers. Managing stammering and stammerers. Do you know a stammerer? So I made a research, and according to my research, I got to know that over 79 million people stutter. Over 79 million people stutter. So you can know how serious it is. So growing up as a child, I used to stutter so bad. I used to hold things to talk. I didn't have friends, because before I could even say anything, they were out, they were tired. Most people even used to laugh at me as a child. And something even happened when I was in JSS2. I was in the class that day during break, and someone slapped a guy. Someone slapped him. I was not the one who slapped him. I was just sitting down. I just happened to sit behind the guy who slapped the other guy. And the next thing that guy was going to do is he turned back and he slapped me, because he was thinking I was the one who slapped the guy. I was pained, I was angry, and I wanted to defend myself, by talking, but I was just stuck. I was stuck, and the next thing I did was I began to cry. You can imagine how bad that could have been for me growing up as a child. For years, I still remember that thing, and I like years later, I met the guy. I'm like, this guy, I can never forget. You slapped me, and I could not defend myself, because people were asking me what happened, and I said and that was the only thing I could say. I could not talk. Hey. And that was the only thing I could say, guys. I could not talk. I could not say a word. So it was really, really painful. And I'm so sure we have a lot of persons out there that stutter so bad, and it's stopping them from doing so many things that they want to do. But I did not allow that to stop me, because I really love to talk, and I had to find a way out of the whole thing. I'm going to be telling you how to manage the condition and how to manage the victims. So before I do that, let me just tell you some of the causes of stammering. Some people call it stammering, some call it stuttering. Let me also, I would love to tell you the causes of stammering. And the first one is genetics. Genetics being that most people is in their family background, is in their family history. That great grandfather was a stammerer. So in other words, they became a stammerer. they also became a stammerer by default. So the next thing I have here is brain structure and function. There are some parts of the brain that aids communication, so it's either there's a maybe dysfunction in one of the brain tissue or something, so that could also cause stammering. Next thing I have here is childhood development. Either the child has gone through trauma or something, or maybe they try to teach the child so many languages at the same time at a very young age. That could also affect the child. And the other thing I have here is neurological factors and other medical conditions like autism spectrum disorder or Down syndrome. So you can see how serious and sensitive this condition is. So how to manage stammering? How can we manage stammering? If you are a stammerer and you are watching this, I want you to know that you're not alone and you are beautiful. I call myself beautiful, bold, confident. I'm a confident public speaker. I'm a beautiful woman. I am bold enough to face any situation that comes my way. So I want you to know that you're actually going to breeze through this, and you can do whatever you put your mind to. Do not allow this to be a stumbling block, to whatever you want to do in life. This should not even be a stumbling block for you at all. Funny thing is, I actually know a lot of stammerers that are doing so well, are very creative, they're good at what they do, and I know that you are not an exception, and any stammerer in your space is also not an exception. That is, you have to just accept them for who they are. So the first thing you should do to manage this condition is speech therapy. You could work with a speech language pathologist. They call them speech language pathologists, SLP. You could work with them to see you through the process so you can get better and manage the condition. Second thing you should know how you should do is relaxation techniques. Regular relaxation practices such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or yoga can reduce this condition. The third thing you should look into is self-help groups. There's a body that helps that help stammerers, and they call them the National Stuttering Association. You could check them out on the internet. National Stuttering Association is a body that helps to create a home, like an atmosphere that I am actually welcomed here. So we have them all over the world. And the next thing you could do is cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy. You have to look back in retrospect. Why do you think you are stuttering? Is it because you've gone through something in the past that is affecting how you speak? You have to do a self-introspection. Why do you think you are stuttering? Why do you think you're stuttering? And next thing you can do is breathing exercise. Some persons, breathing could also affect them. Like me, for me, when I'm very, very angry, I don't like to talk, because once I talk, I'll be breathing so fast and I'll be stuttering so bad. Breathing so fast and stuttering so bad. So some people, it's actually maybe like a breathing condition that's affecting the way they speak. So you should try and do some breathing exercise. And the next thing I have here is record yourself speaking. Record yourself when you're speaking. Randomly, you could just pick up your phone and just do a self-recording and record yourself when you're speaking, and from there you can rewatch it and see how you can do better next time. The last one I have on my list here is supportive environment. Surround yourself with good people. Some people that laugh at you. People that really love you would accept you for who you are. I know that you're trying to work on yourself, but try as much as possible to surround yourself with a good set of people, so that's not going to affect you in any way. Because if you are stuttering, trying as much as possible to get better, and someone else out there is laughing at you, there's no way you're going to get better, because words are very, very powerful. And the people who have in our space matters a lot. So I've talked about how to manage the condition. Now, how can we manage the victims? God, this noise. How can we manage the victims? Number one, what you have to do is listen patiently. Listen patiently. When someone that stutters is talking to you, don't be in a haste to leave the conversation. Listen patiently. Allow them to finish speaking without interrupting. Allow them to finish speaking without interrupting. Don't interrupt what they are saying. Allow them to finish speaking. The next thing I want you to do is maintain eye contact. Look at them and make sure that you are very look at them and let them know that you are very interested in whatever they have to say. Maintain eye contact with them. The next thing you should do is avoid finishing sentences for them. Avoid finishing sentences for them. I've actually been in that situation when I'm talking to somebody and maybe I was talking so fast and I could not complete my words, and someone helped me finish the word. A part of me feels happy and the other part feels, hey, I've been exposed. I'm actually stuttering. Do you get? Even if you want to help them finish the sentence, finish it in a loving way, not that you just say it like, I know that you're stuttering, so let me just help you. That's not how to do it. Avoid finishing their sentences for them, and even if you want to do it in a very, very kind and loving way. The next thing you can do to help them is use relaxed body language. When you're in a conversation with someone that stutters, calm down, make them feel loved, create a very good atmosphere for them. And the next thing you should also do is acceptance. Embrace their stammer as a part of who they are. Embrace their stammer as a part of who they are. Accept them into your space. Love them unconditionally. The next thing you should do is empathy. Put yourself in that same position. If you were to be the one stuttering, how would you feel if someone was treating you in a bad way? How would you feel if someone was laughing at you? How would you feel? So when you answer these questions, now the same way that you would feel and the same way you would want them to act and behave towards you, the same way you should behave towards them if you have them in your space. So the next thing I have on my list is be patient with them. Recognize the fact that stammering is actually unpredictable. I can be talking to you now and I'm flowing, and the next thing I do is when I get a particular word, I can't pronounce it, I can't let it out of my mouth. So it is actually very, very unpredictable. So be patient with them. And the next thing you should do is offer assistance. Help with public speaking activities or phone calls. So this thing is actually a two-way thing concerning this point I just made. As if you are helping them, be reminding them that they can also do it and get better at it. I've gotten to that stage in my life that I believe that stammering or stuttering, whatever they call it, would not stop me from doing my public speaking thingy. Do you get? So I don't allow that to stop me. In fact, I face it. But we are all different, and the way we handle matters differs. So this is my advice. As much as you are helping them to do that, don't just help them to do it every time and just leave them out of the picture. As you are helping them, also help them to speak and tell them that they can actually get better. So when I gained admission into LASU, I'm actually done with school. When I gained admission into LASU, I really wanted to speak. I wanted to be out there and talk to people, speak to people, and I couldn't do it. So I had to sign up for a public speaking class, ABC Speak. You can check them out on Instagram. ABC Speak, anybody can speak. Public Speaking Academy. They really helped me. And I learned how to talk with pace, use the 4 P's in while talking. It's really, really, really helped me and how I speak. So you could also help them and advise them that, okay, you can sign up for this public speaking class, you can do this, you can do that. Don't just help them alone to speak. Don't just help them alone to do the phone calls. You could also help them to just refer them to something they can do to get better at this public speaking thing and anything speaking. Do you get it? So don't just help them make the phone calls alone. Help them, show them. Don't just feed them, show them that they can do it by themselves. So the next thing I have here is celebrate strengths. Speaking is their weakness. So celebrate other strengths that they have. You can point to the fact, because most times people do not see the strengths that they exude. They don't see it at all. So most times you have to be the one to show them. So in this situation, all they can see is their weakness, which is stuttering. So the only thing you can do for them as their friend, as a relative, as their loved one, is to show them their strength and tell them that you're actually good at this thing and I know you can do better. So show them that strength. The next thing I have here is show physical affection. On this particular day, I was on a Google Meet. I was on a virtual call. I was training some people. As a matter of fact, I'm actually a public speaker and I'm a public speaking coach. I train people. I was on a virtual call and I was training people. And someone I really held in high esteem was there. I wanted to meet up with their expectations. So I was a bit tensed and I began to talk so fast and I began to stutter a bit. But my friend was there and the next thing he did was to just tap my back and told me to calm down. He just tapped my back and that alone released the tension. And show some physical attention. Hug them, tell them they can do better. Just, do something. Be sweet to people, be kind. Be kind to stammerers. They are not goats, they are not animals, they are human beings like you. That is just a defect. They're human beings like you. That condition they are in, they did not put themselves there. So please don't be wicked. When you see someone stuttering, don't laugh. The next thing for you to do is not to laugh. If you laugh, then I don't think your brain is working. Honestly, I think this is actually very, very painful because I see people laughing at stammerers. This is a very sensitive issue. So when someone is stammering, the next thing you should do is be patient with them. Don't laugh at them. If you're in that condition, I don't think you would want people to laugh at you too. Whatever you don't want people to do to you, don't do it to them. The last on my list is unconditional love. Love them unconditionally. Show them that you care about them, that you love them, and you really, really want them to, get better. Because if they have a better environment, trust me, they will get better. When they're not tense and they're talking one by one, they take their speech slow. They don't rush the way they talk. Trust me, they're not going to stutter. So please don't add. If you cannot help people, at least don't add to their problem. If you cannot help people, at least don't add to their problem. Thank you. T for thanks. And please, if you are a stammerer watching this, I want to know that I'm with you. I love you so much. And if you need someone to talk to, I want to see your comments in the comment section. I'm planning on doing something for stammerers and create that type of atmosphere and community for them. Trust me, you can do whatever you put your mind to. Do not allow this condition to stop you from whatever you are doing, guys. I love you so much and I have your best interest at heart. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I remain Dowu Fifame Prosperous, and this is Inside Out with Pros P. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.